This presentation includes basic behavioral modeling. Here we will cover use cases and actors, and organizing use cases. First is use cases. Every system interacts with human or automated actors that use that system for some purpose, and those actors expect that system to behave in predictable ways. A use case specifies the behavior of a system or a part of a system and is a description of a set of sequence of actions including variants that a system performs to yield an observable result for of value to an actor. For example, you can specify how an ATM system should behave by stating in use cases how users interact with the system. You don't need to know everything about the inside of the ATM at all. Use cases specify desired behavior. They do not dictate how that behavior will be carried out. A use case describes a set of sequences in which each sequence represents the interaction of the things outside the system, that is, its actors, with the system itself and its key abstractions. A use case represents a functional requirement of your system as a whole. For example, on central use case of a bank is its process loans. A use case involves the interaction of actors and the system. An actor represents a coherent set of roles that users of use cases play when interacting with these use cases. Actors can be human or they can be automated systems. For example, in modeling a bank, processing loan involves, among other things, the interaction between a customer and the loan officer. Use case may be specialized versions of other use cases. Use cases may be included as parts of other use cases, and use cases may extend the behavior of other core use cases. You can apply use cases to your whole system. You can also apply use cases to part of your system, including systems and even individual classes and interfaces. Use cases not only represent the desired behavior of these elements, but they can also be used as the basis of test cases for these elements as they evolve during development. Here, the figure shows graphical representation of use case and actor. Use cases and actors. A actor represents a role that a human, a hardware device, or even other system plays with a system. An instance of an actor represents an individual interacting with the system in a specific way. Actors are not actually part of the system, they are outside the system. Here, the figure shows a general kind of actor such as customer and specialized them such as commercial customer using generalization relationship. May be connected to use cases only by association. A use case describes what a system or a subsystem, class or interface does, but it does not specify how it does it. Now we'll see organizing use cases. To model the behavior of an element, first step, identify the actors that interact with the element. Number two, organize actors by identifying general and more specialized roles. Number three, for each actor, consider the primary ways in which the actor interacts with the element. Consider also interactions that change the state of the elements or its environment or that involve a response to some event. Next step, consider also the exceptional ways in which each actor interact with the system. Organize these behaviors as use cases, applying include and extend relationships to factor common behavior and distinguish exceptional behavior. For example, a retail system will interact with customers who place and track orders. In turn, the system will ship orders and bill the customers. As shown in the next figure, you can model the behavior of such a system by declaring these behaviors as use cases. Place order, track order, ship order, and bill customer. These are the use cases. Common behavior can be factored out, that is validate customer, and variants ship partial order can be distinguished. For each of these use cases, you would include a specification of the behavior either by text, state machine, or interactions. That's the end of this presentation. Thank you.